Hey dudes, it is Kurz, and we are back with another episode of Zelda. I'm going to be showing you how to complete and find Woodland Stable and also unlock the Eldin Canyon Skyview Tower. So stick around to figure out both those things in one episode. If you don't have a horse, run off into those fields and go and catch yourself a horse, because we are going to be traveling far. I'm going to be showing you guys how to find it from Lookout Landing, as I figured that is the easiest place to find it from. But if you don't have a horse, we're going to need that. So go hop yourself on one of those horses out there if you don't already have one, and we will catch up with you guys once I've already got a horse. I do already have another video that got some information on it in the best way to catch a horse, so I will link that in the top. Make sure to look out for that popping up, but we will catch up in a minute, guys. Okay guys, so we are going to catch up outside of Lookout Landing. I have caught myself a steed. So get yourself round to the Hyrule Castle side of Lookout Landing. Come on through the trees, and then actually head your way up through the Hyrule Castle Ruins, Town Ruins to be precise. So as we come through the ruins, there's actually quite a lot of cool stuff here, really, guys. It's quite interesting. If you haven't checked it out already, if you haven't like snooped around here and had a proper good look, I actually do recommend doing so. They've put a lot of effort into it. It's really quite cool. It's quite battlefieldy. They've left it like a proper war zone from the past. It's really quite cool. It tells quite a bit of a story, and you can find a lot of gear and loot here as well. Do really recommend giving it a little search out. Okay guys, so we are going to be sort of heading out of the Castle Town Ruins this way, and we are going to be heading from this way, taking the left path, the way it sort of swings around to the left. That's the way we want to go, around those monsters. You can go the other way, but you are going to have to cross over a talus, a battle talus. Oh, guys, I have to keep giving it little cuts. I've managed to catch myself a little illness. It's no fun, but we crack on with the recordings. So we've just come across the Boneyard Bridge. It's going to do a little save for us every time we come across a bridge. This is a great area to stop and get fire free. There is loads of it floating around here, guys. Oops. And while they are snoozing, we are going to do exactly just that. So I will catch up with you guys in a minute once I've got myself some fire fruit. Alright guys, so getting back on my wild steed. Luckily he hasn't left me. So now we can travel on up the path. You can actually see some smoke billowing out over there from a camp. And you can actually see the stable smoke coming out even further off in the distance. So just keep following this path. Eventually we are going to go off on the map in a minute, which is absolutely fine. Just keep following my directions. Eventually we will be getting a map piece. And we will actually be finding the stable first before getting the map piece. So as you come over Helmhead Bridge, you can then come up the hill towards the smoke. As you come past the smoke, eventually you will see these two lads. That is actually a bit of a side challenge. She's chatting about Misco Treasure. If you haven't already had a chat with a Misco Treasure person, I highly recommend it. They're going to give you some good clues for some loot. There's a silent princess there on a gravestone, possibly. As you can see just down there in the distance, guys, is the stable. So we have actually successfully and very quickly made it. We just cut our way through Hyrule Castle for swiftness, and then followed that little path along to the left and crossed over the bridge, came off the map, came over the other bridge, and there was the stable. Super easy and convenient. And now I'm going to show you guys my way to get up to the tower. This is definitely what I feel is the quickest way. I don't know if it's the most conventional, but it works. So here we have Woodland Stable, guys. Very nice. We've got the Woodland Stable band playing in the background, and we've got Pen with some side missions. Okay, guys, so because we are at Woodland Stable, I am going to quickly register our horse. We are also going to be getting off our horse and leaving him shortly. And I wouldn't want him running away. And if you don't want yours running away either, I do recommend registering him with the stable while we are here. Alright guys, so we have got our horse registered. We are here at Woodland Stable. So heading up the path round the back of Woodland Stable, it sort of heads up the mountain. As you can see, we're going to come past the shrine. I do recommend getting that if you want it, as it's an easy way to come back to the stable soon. And behind me, there is also some dazzle fruit. So we are going to come all the way up round the hill, just avoiding the bokoblins and ignoring them. They're not much trouble to us. There is actually a Sundylion there. I am going to grab that because that is really useful right now. So, back on the steed. There is a signpost guy just there. You can chat to him for some good stuff in pocket. It'll give you 3 very useful items. So now, as you can see, as we come up round the hill, our horse is going to get angry. That's fine, because we are going to get off him in a minute. Please excuse my raspy voice, guys. I'm sorry, this illness is really getting to me. Okay, there's a good looking rock there that you can feel free to smash up as we are going to run up this hill. Just some flint and topaz for me. Hopefully you guys get something just as good. Okay, so now we are going to climb the rock. As you can see over there, there are some bokoblins kicking off in their little hut. But if you climb up this side of the rock, you can easily avoid them. They're not going to see you. They're too busy kicking off and having a party. So run over the hill, and as you can see, we're running towards our target instantly. And we can just run straight over this little bit of the hill, fly over this little gap, and then you can continue just to run up the rock, run up this little mountainside, hillside thing. You don't actually really need to climb any of it. It's all pretty flat apart from this tiny little last bit at the end. I know there is an actual path to come around and use, but I just feel this is slightly swifter. I feel that it's a little bit quicker running over the rock and using your horse just to take you up to the top of that hill. As you can see, guys, we've already made it super swift. As we run around the front of the tower, there's going to be a guy there, so we're going to chat to him, and he is going to complain about how the top of the tower is, or has been hit by falling debris and falling rock, and the top has fallen off and it is down there, as we just saw. However, he's going to say that there is a hole at the top and maybe we can access it from the inside, and that is exactly what we're going to do. If you remember, that rock fell down next to us not too long ago. We just got to find where it fell. And if not, another one will... Ah, there we go. And if not, another one will fall. Very shortly, they'll all start falling. There'll be bunches falling from the sky. Just be patient and give it time. And don't get hit by them. So, rewinding into the sky, she says. We're just going to rewind our way up until we feel like we don't need to be going any further. And then we can just jump off this and straight down into the Skyview Tower. If you keep going further up, there's a Sky Arpeggio kind of Sky Island thing. It's super interesting. It has a rail on it, and that rail will then take you to another bigger Sky Island. It is very fun and interesting to check out. Highly recommend. So guys, we have unlocked the Skyview Tower. We just need to send ourselves through it so that then we can get the map piece. Sorry if you heard my shoe squeaking. So he says, thank you for that. The door's open, yada yada yada. The terminal is working. Let's use it, guys. Send yourself up through that terminal and get that map piece ticked off. Alright, dudes. So that is going to be KRS on probably the quickest way to find Eldin Canyon Skyview Tower. I don't know. Hit me up if you think there's a quicker method. I want to know. But I felt like that was pretty speedy, you know? Straight from Woodland Stable, just run on over, you know? I thought we put that I thought we did that pretty quick. Not to toot my own little trumpet, but... Alright guys, we're looking at the map piece. We're looking at the map piece for Death Mountain, which is absolutely fantastic. We've also got a little bit of Sky Island ticked off, which is pretty cool. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe, do all that stuff. It really does help. Helps me out. Lets YouTube know that my stuff's being enjoyed and that you may be finding it a little bit useful. Alright guys, thank you for joining us today. We are going to sign out. It has been Curtis playing a little bit of TOK on how to find Woodland Stable and the Eldin Canyon Skyview Tower. And we are out. Brah.